been urged to shoot. Well, 2023 will go down as the greatest in Manchester City history. It began with a victory at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League. It ends with a victory against Sheffield United here at the Etihad Stadium. But in the middle of it, the Blues have registered the big 5 trophies. A Premier League, an FA Cup, a Champions League, which allowed them then to go on and win the UEFA Super Cup, and of course, most of all, the last thing, the World Club Championship. A 2023 that has been quite stunning. It will end with the Blues in second place in the Premier League table, just 2 points off Liverpool, above Arsenal and Aston Villa on goal difference. They have certainly got themselves exactly where they want to be. They've got a home tie in the FA Cup, they've got the Champions League round of 16 to look forward to, and of course they're just menacingly poised in second place in the Premier League title race. 2023 has been quite exceptional. What can we possibly expect in 2024? The final score here, City 2, Sheffield United 0. Well, let's go back to the studio where Neil Warnock and Michael Brown are in the company of FG.
Thank you very much, Ali. Thank you, Andy Morrison. Manchester City 2, Sheffield United 0. The perfect end to the best year in the club's history. Michael Brown, Neil Warnock joining us. Professional performance, Neil.
Yeah. I mean, they did what they had to do, didn't they? But I'm glad to see the young lad come on, Bob, because I mean I know it's not an assist for a goal, but it really should be. The goal, it was a superb pass. And he just livened it up a little bit, didn't he? And made it a bit quicker and more positive. And, good sign to see some of these young lads, isn't it?
As Ali said on commentary, City are in a great position now, Brownie, as they take their lap of honour around the pitch. The fans have really appreciated them today. There was a lot of times the whole stadium was on their feet for them. It's been an incredible year, and 2024 is hopefully going to go in the same direction.
Well, you're coming to the stadium with all the trophies, the build-up was there, fantastic to see to end that year, as you've said. And it was never going to be an easy game against Sheffield United, who were fighting so much in that bottom 3 in the Premier League. But professional, did the job, they just made sure that they controlled it. I think, towards the end of the game, you would have expected it to be a little bit quicker, a little bit more direct, but ultimately there's been lots of games. You see what the Everton game would have took out you, lots of injuries. Well, great for Oscar Bob, a great ending. It looks much better now, the Premier League, doesn't it? Only those 2 points, so
and no more injuries.
That's what's really important,
which we'll be pleased with, because it's been a tough few weeks, hasn't it, really? So now they've got a week without till the cup game, and then another week, which I think they'll be ready to go then, Newcastle.
Oh, they absolutely will be ready to go. It's amazing how things change in football, isn't it? So a couple of weeks ago, it was doom and gloom. City were out of the title race. City had major problems, major injuries. Neil, it's not like that, is it? It never is. And I think the backroom staff, the management team we've got here are very, very smart, and they always look long-term, but take it game by game as well.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been... I think Pep would have looked at it and been disappointed, if I'm honest, with some of the... especially the Palace game. But I think football never ever ceases to amaze you, really. When you think you're comfortable, you get kicked in the teeth. So you've just got to be prepared and make sure your lads know that if you're not on your game, you're going to miss out. So I just think, when you look at the subs we've said today, a lot of young lads as well. So it's a pleasing time, especially 2 points off the top. I mean, it's like David Moyes, isn't it? It's 5 weeks ago he's going to get the sack and all this, that and other. The 6th in table now, and he's going to get manager of the year. I mean, that's how football changes in 5 weeks, 6 weeks.
Do you think it would have been hard for City when you seen what City had won? Do you know, when you come back to build that momentum, obviously a few player changes as well. Would you have found that when you were looking at that? I wondered today from the outside, all the razzmatazz. Are you with me?
Yeah.
And the cup's being presented and all that. Does it just psychologically take it a little bit away from you? That sort of, He'll be really glad to be in the dressing room. He'd have settled for winning 1-0 in the end, Pep.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think so. A couple of weeks now as well. Away from the Premier League, really tight on the heels of Liverpool. And I just think
good players coming back.
Yeah, good players. I mean, imagine, and that's the thing as well. And psychologically, we should say so much about when you're in City's position. Everybody looks and thinks, "Oh no, what's happening? What are they doing?" And predominantly at the turn of the year, the runs have been unbelievable. So I think a bit of a rest, get players back in, and then in end of January, I think that's when really you see the turbo kick in at City, and I don't expect any different.
Well, players coming back indeed, and one player who got probably the maddest reception we've seen at the Etihad Stadium this year was Kevin De Bruyne when he was warming up. He didn't get on the pitch, but the man who potentially played in his position was absolutely majestic. Phil Foden, one of our own. He said it to me last week, EA, you need to give him that Team of the Week item, so we still need that. He was exceptional, wasn't he, Neil?
Yeah, he was. I mean, I've never, ever been at a ground where 45, 50, how many thousand does it hold? How many thousand, where 40-odd thousand people are standing up, clapping, a substitute warming up.
Yeah. What type of a boost would that give to the players as well, Brownie? It's just incredible, isn't it?
And to Kevin himself will be touched with that, and he'll want to get back in that and show everybody and what a quality player he is. But like you say, the last time I saw Phil Foden live, he's matured so much in the 12 months since I saw him live. And he's going to get better.
He makes better decisions now. I think that's the point. Do you know what? Yeah. You love all that, the flair, the tricks. I mean, at times he might not have gone into a position to press, might have left that hole, or he might have given it away in a certain situation where they have that control.
Yeah.
He just gets it now. He always the talent. Nobody's ever been more talented than Phil Foden. I think the second we first seen him coming in with a blue shirt tells you everything about him. And yes, great reception from Kevin De Bruyne. He will love that, by the way. He's itching to get back. Do you know, I spent time with him when he got that injury, and it was the next day, actually. He was really in a bad place. Yeah. And it tells you, this is Kevin De Bruyne, one of the best in the world, how much it meant to him just to be injured for that period of time, and would have come back, how long would it take? And now, he's almost there. So that's what everyone's waited for, but I think it will take a few weeks, though.
And if his rehab, if he does it properly, like you say, I mean, to be honest, today it was a cold day today.
Yeah.
I was glad he didn't bring him on today, if I'm honest. But if he has part of a game next week in the cup, I just look at him and now he'll almost like he's had a long holiday, which he hasn't had for a long time. Sometimes they come refreshed, and he's only got 4 or 5 months, hasn't he, to play this season.
He could be flying.
And he'll be flying.
That he's that important now because he's seen the weather was a bit colder. FG, he decided to come from pitch side to do interviews into the studio so he can have the warmth. I mean, that's what we're dealing with.
I know.
The game's gone, Gareth.
It's experience.
It's gone.
Experience,
gone.
isn't it? Really.
Listen, I would do anything, any time to come in the studio with you two gents. It's been absolutely brilliant. Speaking about Kevin De Bruyne, he looks well rested. I think he looks probably younger than he's ever looked.
His hair's grown.
Unbelievable hair,
hey, where's he
unbelievable
been?
teeth. He looks like he could do Paris Fashion Week now,
think
right?
he's playing. I think he's got a part-time
that
part somewhere in a cine film, something like that. Because he won't let your hair grow like that, surely.
Well,
there to go.
Listen, Kevin De Bruyne can do whatever he likes. We can't wait till you get back fully fit. Has anyone else stood out for you guys? I know you're a massive fan of Oscar Bob. He got 40 minutes today.
Once again, I told you before the programme, before we started, I thought Nathan Aki I didn't think he was very good at me at times. It was an accident at times at Bournemouth. But I watched him the last few, sort of year, 18, and he just gets better and better for me. Yeah. Today, he almost played with a cigarette in his mouth, didn't he? He was that good today. And every time they threatened, he just put the fire out. I thought...
He just keeps it simple.
Yeah.
And consistent.
Yeah.
Reliable.
Really impressed
That's
with him,
what he does. But, right through the middle, you got Rodri.
Yeah.
Again, how he takes the ball, how he's improved, getting goals.
Does he ever sweat in a game, Rodri?
Does he ever see him sweat?
I can't see him breaking sweat, me. Can you?
He's brilliant on the ball now. That was the difference. I felt like he gave the ball away a little bit when he first come to the Etihad, but now Bernardo as well. So listen, real successful year. I think wonderful team performances, and we're seeing the squad grow as well with all the injuries, and then obviously younger players coming in. I just think it's been a special time, isn't it? It's underestimated how good it's been.
And the food today was very, very nice. got to say the food was excellent in here.
Listen, you're welcome back anytime. We'll roll out the red carpet for you to come back. We did have a buffet and it was brilliant, by the way. Let's talk about Julian Alvarez real quick. Goes under the radar, of course.
He's had a poor year.
I mean, the poor man's won everything in football, hasn't he?
I'd love to see his stats. And I'm not a stat man, but I'd love to see his stats.
What he's won.
I mean,
it's unbelievable, isn't it?
Oh, incredible. And he scored again today in the absence of Erling Haaland. It was a great move.
And you know, if you look at his time he's run today, it's not an accident. He got between two defenders to put that one in, didn't he? I mean, it's a great ball in, but it's between two defenders, and that's where you've got to be. You've got to go in and to get hurt if you're going to, to get your goals. I just like his attitude. You'd have him, and he'd play in a five-a-side, wouldn't he? Where you could see him putting his shirt down as a goalpost in like the olden days and having a game, because he's that kind of lad, isn't he?
He'd make the Neil Warnock team, right? And
he would. He'd be in the trenches with me. Yeah,
he would be in the trenches.
He would
with you, indeed. So 2023 is nearly over. It's been obviously incredible. We've got to look ahead to the game against Huddersfield in the FA Cup, which will be on the 7th of January here at the Etihad. Defence of our trophy for the treble. Is it? It's a good draw for City. Of course, they'll fancy themselves. But what about Huddersfield, Neil? What do you think they'll?
Do you know much about Huddersfield?
Do I know much about Huddersfield? I mean, the lads will enjoy. I'm glad. All I can say is I'm glad I'm not the manager at this time. Could be to bloody main whatever it is they call it, Etihad. I just think. I think it's a non. They can't lose, really, can they? They're gonna. Chances are. I mean, I would think City will make 2 or 3 changes. Give some of them lads. I mean, you look at the bench. The lad, Bob. I liked him when he come on. Positive. Who's the lad I like that's injured?
Jeremy Doku.
Oh my goodness me! I mean, he's so excited, isn't he? I just, as soon as he picks the ball up, there's a buzz around the place, and he's fearless. Yeah. So I think it augurs well me for the running when you look at it.
I mean, last year at this stage, it was Chelsea at home, which was a brilliant game as well. And I mean, because we're away from the Premier League now, like you said before, Brownie, the pressure's off. It's an opportunity to focus on another competition. This group of players seems super motivated still.
I think it's led by the manager, though.
I do.
I think ultimately he doesn't say, right, well, we can knock off here, we can change, we'll take a bit of a risk. Even with the squad that he picks, it will still be relatively strong, as we know. And for Huddersfield, they'll come and give absolutely everything. It'll be a nice change for them to come and test themselves away from a poor last 6-8 weeks or so results-wise. They've got a couple across the line, but the pressure's really getting to them. It's getting tight towards the bottom. But they'll look forward to this, for their families, for themselves, to come and play in such a great stadium against good players. So it can be tough, it can be tricky. I mean, in cup games where you go and get those shock results, and they'll be delighted to come and play. So you've got to obviously give them the respect that they deserve.
And he'll play a strongish side, won't he, Pep? It won't play a weak side.
Yeah.
I think, there'll be 5 or 6 definite, and then you might see some who just around it. But you wouldn't imagine tons and tons.
Well, I'm looking at the subs as we're talking now.
You'd be surprised if you went Hamilton,
Lewis
and Bob and Nunes and Gomez and Phillips and De Bruyne. I don't think he'll go that much.
No.
But I think he'll certainly give a couple of them an opportunity.
Like you said, we've got that strength and depth as well. I mean, we've still got.
And they'll love it. The kids we're
now?
talking about will love it, won't they?
100%.
In an atmosphere like this, with getting an opportunity to show the manager what we're good at. Dear me, I think what an opportunity that is next week.
What an opportunity indeed. We gave you an opportunity for Mystery Blues during the show. We've given you all of the clues. We're going to give you all 3 clues at once. Michael Brown did a little nod off camera, so I wonder if he can reveal it. Let's read the clues out again. This Mystery Blue has scored twice against Sheffield United in his career. And then number 2 is this Mystery Blue was the youngest player to play at Wembley for the Blades. And our final clue is this Mystery Blue is closing in on 300 appearances for Manchester
Is he a current player?
City. Well, you were nodding, Brownie. Have you got any insight?
No idea, actually.
No idea whatsoever? Oh, no, I'm waiting for the WhatsApp answers, that's all.
Not my friend, is it?
Might be.
Any guesses, gents?
Might be Gaffer's friend.
I thought it was Kyle, me. Mystery Blue has scored twice against Sheffield United.
All right, let's not wait any longer. Let's reveal it in 3, 2, 1. The Mystery Blue player is Kyle Walker.
You said it, didn't I?
Unbelievable.
Thought it was Kyle.
That was tricky. Who made that
Which was the clue where you got it then, Brownie?
I thought you'd got it, mate.
I hadn't got it.
Brownie knew it all throughout. Well done to everybody at home who guessed along with it. Yeah, a word on Kyle, really quickly. Incredible player.
I think, like today, I was pleased when he took him off as well. To show him, I think it just showed him a bit of respect. 2-0 up. He's had a tough time, hasn't he? He does some running in a game. So I think that's, good, and I've seen him give him a cuddle when he come off. So I'm really pleased for Kyle. I hope he wins a lot more trophies before he hangs his boots up, because he's got a great attitude on that pitch.
He's got an incredible physique, incredible attitude, and he's 34 years of age. It's incredible to see how
What's
quick
that?
he is.
He's only a minute, mate. 75, mate.
I mean, we'd love him to play till he's 40.
He's got time to go. He'll be desperately trying to win a trophy. That's what he'll want, or as many trophies as he can.
He will.
And certainly the big ones, the Premier League, Champions League. If you're that captain and you pick up the mantle, that you're following it, aren't you? And you want to say, on my watch, this happened. So let's hope it's a wonderful year for him, that he can go and lift some great trophies.
Do you think after Huddersfield, 2 weeks to Newcastle, and then there's an international break, Kevin De Bruyne will be back? Absolutely. If he comes through that first 10 days after the game.
I've got him for the games going into February, where we might see Kevin properly. I think he'll be handled right in January. There's no rush now. What's really good is coming back, and there's not Saturday, Tuesday, big games where you're tempted to go, it's X, or it's a big game where we think we'll take a slight risk. There needs to be, what's perfect now is he can just drift in, take the 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and just get him exactly right. And the plan, hopefully, we'll see a really, really strong Kevin De Bruyne going into.
You think of the players?
And I think we have to really bear with him, by the way, with this injury. That's what I must stress. It's a real big injury, and it's going to take time for him to come back towards his best.
You look at the players injured, like Kevin, and they've had injuries, but then you look at the players they lost at the end of the season last year. I think, it's almost like a rebuild, isn't it, at times, when you look at the numbers that they lost. Nothing but I've got such a lot for Pep. I think he's done a marvellous job, mate.
And he was also booked on the touchline.
Yeah, I'm going to have a word with him about that, because that's wrong. He should take a lesson off me. Be calm and collective, and don't criticise referees.
I was actually going to ask you for that piece of advice for him, expertly put. I think we may have a player interview for us coming soon. So we're gonna end the show on a word from Nathan Ake, which we will do. But first things first, gents, thank you so much for joining us, Neil. Cheers. I hope this is not the last time we see you in the Matchday Live studio. I think we speak for everyone. You've been absolutely superb. Brownie, thank you for everything you've done for the Matchday Live team this year, and we look forward to next year. Happy New Year to you both, and Happy New Year to everyone watching. Thank you for watching Matchday Live. We'll leave you with a word from Nathan Ake.
Great way to end 2023, wasn't it?
Yeah, perfect. Clean sheet, 2 goals, 3 points. So yeah, good day.
Another one for Rodrigo against Sheffield United. He seems to like scoring against them, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, it was a very good finish, a very important goal as well, because defensively they were very organised. It was difficult to create chances, so we needed a little bit of magic, and he showed that. And I think after that we especially in second half, we controlled the game.
And they are scrapping for their lives, and they're quite a physical side. So Pep say keep calm before half time. Was there a few challenges going in, or?
No, it was more about for us on the ball, because sometimes when teams sit deep, you get a bit frustrated when things don't go as quick as normal, and but we need to know it's difficult. It's not easy to go through the lines, because they're so tight, they're so aggressive. So that's what I think he meant with keep patient, don't get frustrated. Otherwise we start to do mistakes, and that's where counter attacks come from. So I think in the second half we were much more patient, much more relaxed, and I think because of that we didn't really have a shot, I think, against us.
And great to have someone like Oscar Bob, a young player, coming off and playing that ball through to Phil, to Julian. Good timing, wasn't it, that second goal?
Yeah, no, again, perfect timing. This season, every time he's played, he's been very bright. He's looking good. Even in training, you can see the quality he has. But also personality-wise, I think he's top. He's a young guy, and he's always trying to learn from players around him in the same position, but also from the manager. And I think he's going to be a big one.
And when Kevin got up to warm up, the whole stadium got up. It must have raised the hairs on the back of you. No, it's fantastic.
I was thinking what's going on now, but then I remember, he's on the bench. I just told him as well. But no, I'm so happy for him. He's fought 4 or 5 months to be back here in the squad, and it's never easy to be out for so long. So no, I'm very happy for him, and yeah, for the team as well. He's so important for us. So hopefully he's back on the pitch.
And he doesn't always show that much emotion, but that'll mean a hell of a lot to him, wouldn't it?
Yeah, for sure, 100%. You know, there's so many tough times when you're injured. Maybe you don't really see that from the outside, but you always want to be involved. You always want to play. And when you're out for a long time, and yeah, you see the team playing, it's one of the hardest things. So this will mean a lot to him for sure.
And it's been an incredible year for the club, incredible year for you. Well, I'm guessing what it might be, but what was your personal highlight, would you say?
Well, I think it's the Champions League. You know, winning that, I think, is a dream for most players, I think. But for me personally as well, you always want to win that. But I think in general, what year we've had is incredible. Sometimes you don't realise, but then you walk on a pitch and you see the 5 prizes there, and you think, in one year, it's crazy. But yeah, we also know we all have this mentality, this hunger in us that, you know, you're not satisfied. I think after your career you can look back and you think, oh, it's great, but the season has already started again. We're in a good position now, and we want to push on again and do it. At least try to do it again. And I think everyone's got that.
And that was the last game of the year. Is it a message for the City fans going into 2024?
No, I just want to say thank you. Obviously, it's been a great year for everybody, for the players, but also the fans. You've travelled all over, and hopefully we've given you a lot. You've given us a lot as well in moments when we needed you most. So thank you for that, and hopefully we can do it again in the next year.
No, very happy New Year to you.
Thank you.
2023, a year that will simply never be forgotten.
The scene is set for the first Premier League heavyweight clash of 2023. Arsenal's draw with Newcastle has made the gap 8.
A proper title race here, and it's going to be a great second half to the season.
5 points for the gap. Arsenal with a game in hand, but the giant is stirring just behind them.
Jack Grealish scores! If you're going for the king, you best not miss.
It's Shaw who has formed a 5-star performance from the striker.
8-1 on aggregate. Are they on their way to their first ever Champions League triumph?
It's another hat-trick, his 6th of the season, come through to the semi-finals of the Emirates FA Cup. A statement victory, level on points at the top of the table.
Players full of confidence.
Alvarez!
Know the system, no matter who they play, and it's all about timing.
De Bruyne gets his 100th Premier League assist. This is where the Champions League gets really special. It's a goal to take the bring away the Champions League. And that's one of Manchester City's great nights in Europe.
Another trip to Wembley.
And Mahrez gets his hat-trick.
Bring on Arsenal, bring on the title race to come. Here unleashed, shot unleashed.
3 seasons in a row. What an achievement.
This club knows nothing other than winning.
The most prolific season in Premier League history.
The treble's on.
You better believe it. You better believe it.
So here we go then, part 2 of the Dream semi-final. Manchester City lead Real Madrid. They haven't had many greater nights in European competition.
City are in the final of the UEFA Champions League.
Treble still to play for. 2 finals to come for this City side.
Manchester City, double winners, now 1 more. The Blues are on the cusp of winning the treble. Akanji in the gap, good ball. Bernardo Silva round the back. No, nobody there. Rodri!
That's the moment. This is what they've waited for.
Blues are in Trinidad!
Manchester City have won the Champions League. Manchester City have done the treble.
We are back. The Far East tour begins.
Let's go to work.
The new signings, the new shirts. Premier League is back. The champions pick up where they left off.
Manchester City have won the UEFA Super Cup.
Up. The open weekend of the 2023-24 WSL season.
What a strike and what a goal! A Manchester derby is never just any old 90 minutes.
United 0, City 3.
Manchester is blue.
Everybody at Manchester City, we are very proud.
What a game!
Yeah! The quickest 50 in the history of the Premier League.
Ellie to Bell to Salavi.
It is 7.
Lovely end to the calendar year. Second now, 3 points off top spot.
The best team in the land and all the world.
Manchester City win the Club World Cup. The big 5 trophies in the same year.
What a year! What a team! What a club!